Hi everybody, welcome to National Number Day. My name's Miss Neil from the Priory Pembroke Academy, and we're going to do an art and technology and a little bit of maths, okay, in our practical lesson this morning. Okay, so it's how to make a very funky geometric triangular little plant pot or container, all right, and there's a challenge that relates to the triangular numbers. Okay, so you need your maths brains on, and that relates then to how you decorate each side of your plant pot. All right, so here we go.
You're going to need a bit of a cereal box, all right, bit of thin cardboard, pencil and a compass, and when you put your pencil into your compass, make sure that your point and your pencil lead are level with each other, and you're also going to need a ruler, okay? And if you've got two pencils, that's quite handy because you don't have to keep taking it out of your compass and putting it back in again. All right, so what we're going to do today is draw out a net. All right, now that is what a three-dimensional box looks like when it's flat. Okay, so you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equilateral triangles to draw out at this size. And with any piece of packaging, there's always flaps, okay? That's the bit that we put the glue or the tape on to join it together. So when this all folds up, it makes a very rather cool, funky little container, ideal sort of plant pot, or little pencil stand for your desk or whatever it happens to be. Okay, maybe a little box that you put in the kitchen where Dad puts his spare change, or you could put your hair bubbles or your jewellery in. Okay, lots and lots of uses for a little pot like this. All right, so we're going to draw it out first of all, and as you can see, it fits quite nicely onto the side of a cereal box. Okay, so you don't need any specialist equipment for this at all. Right, so if we just measure then, so make sure that we've got our ruler the right way round, so we've got centimetres. All right, and make sure when we're measuring, I know in my camera this will look back to front. All right, we've got our ruler on the very edge of that line, okay, where the first little mark is, okay, not the edge of the ruler. So all of our triangles are 9 centimetres. So every single side of every triangle is 9 centimetres. So we're going to make a start with that one. Okay, so I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to draw a line that is at 9 centimetres long. Okay, and then with my compass, I'm then going to pop the point of the compass and the point of the pencil on either end of that line. And to draw an equilateral triangle, which means all the angles and all the sides of the triangle are the same length or the same measurement, what I do is I pop my point of my compass on one end of the line and draw an arc. I pop the point of my compass on the other end of the line and I draw an arc. And where those two lines cross over, okay, I'll just pick that up to the camera so you can see a little bit better. All right, just there, that is then the top of our triangle. So we're going to draw and join those lines up like that. Okay, that means now I can go to this side of my triangle and repeat the process, because if you look at my original net, we've got a triangle in the middle and then we've got a triangle on either side. So if I just turn this round slightly on this side, check that I haven't moved my compass, look. Okay, I can draw an arc from there. And like I said, the good thing about this video is you can do a bit, pause it, rewind as many times as you need. So again, where those lines cross over is then where I'm going to join up my triangle. I'm then going to do the same over this side. So I've got 3 triangles all joined together in a row. There we go, so this drawing out bit's incredibly important that it's accurate. So we've got our first 3 triangles, like we have here. Right, we now need 3 more, but underneath, a bit like a mirror image look, if you look carefully. So we'll do the same thing. So I'll get back to my compass, okay, and we want an arc coming off of this bottom one here. Join that up again, where the lines cross, look. X marks the spot that we need to join up. There we go. And same again. So on that side of my triangle, on that side of my triangle, and my ruler, join that up there, and across the bottom, my straight lines, and then one more on this side here. So I'm going to put a point on this bit, do an arc, point on that bit, do an arc, and again join up where those 2 lines cross over So that's 6, and then we just need one more, okay, here on the bottom. So let's draw that in just here. So again, point on my compass, draw an arc, put my compass point on the other corner of that triangle, draw an arc again, and then join those up. Now then, at this point, don't forget to draw your flaps. So we need 3 flaps, look, okay, so we need one here, we need one here, and one here, okay, so 3 flaps. And all we're going to do is we're going to move our ruler out about a centimetre or so and draw a line, and then just taper those lines in. So it's probably easier for me to draw this and for you guys to copy it. All right, if we taper the lines in, that just stops the flap catching on the other side and it doesn't overlap, so which means the folds are nice and firm and nice and secure. So we'll do the same thing here. So we need a flap on this one. Okay, so make your flaps about at least a centimetre. 1.5 centimetres is ideal. Any thinner than that and you will struggle to fold them and get the glue on there as well. Okay, so you're going to cut that out really carefully with your scissors. That's your net. And then before you fold it, don't join it together yet, however, because we've got the surface pattern to do. You're going to take a pair of scissors, open the scissors up, obviously be really careful that you don't cut yourself here. And with your ruler, what we do is we score the lines. So we just press the blade of the scissors, okay, you can see that there, and go across all of the lines. And what happens is they just then automatically fold up nice and straightly. Okay, they're nice and straight, nice and accurate, and nice and crisp as well, so that when we fold everything up together and we join it all together, okay, all of that folds really easily and we can join it easily. So that is our funky little 7-sided equilateral triangle container. Okay, so let's get on to the maths bit then and figure out how we are going to decorate each of these 7 sides. So we've now got 7 questions that we need to work out to do with triangular numbers. Let's have a go at that. So we've got our nets drawn out and we've got our 7 triangles. The next thing is we've got to do a little bit of maths, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to the triangular numbers. So this is a sequence of numbers, and you can see there from this slide, all right, that it increases as the triangles get bigger. So you can see that we go from 1 to 3 to 6 to 10 to 15, all right. And if you were to plot the triangles in a grid, the dots on the triangles in a grid, that's how you actually get those numbers. But there is a pattern. All right, so we can see the triangular number sequences at the top there. We've got a diagram there to explain it. So if you're a bit more visual and you want to get a bit of squared paper or dotted paper to actually help you figure out what the first 20 triangular numbers are, then you can do that. Okay, so each time you're adding another row of dots at the base of the triangle, okay, one more than you had before. All right, but if you can see from the sequence at the bottom, okay, that the triangular numbers are formed by adding the numbers together. So to get 3, we add 1 and 2. Okay, to then get 6 dots, we add 1, 2, and 3. All right, to then get 10 dots, we add 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on and so on. Okay, so there's an example down there at the bottom. So to get the 5th number, we would add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, add 5. Okay, and so on and so forth. So the first task you need to do is to work out what the first 20 triangular numbers are. Okay, and you've actually got the first 9 at the top of that screen there. Okay, so you do need to write those down, as you're going to need to refer to those throughout the next 7 little mathematical problems you've got to solve. All right, so you can pause the video there while you do that, but I'm going to move on, and then when I've explained everything, okay, you can come back to this and you can do it at your own pace. All right. So here are the questions. Okay, so what is the 7th triangular number? So when you've written out your first 20, you might want to label them 1 to 20. Okay, so you're going to find the 7th triangular number and you're going to divide it by 2. Now on the next slide, way, you'll see that I've given you some sentences where you can insert the answers. Okay, so once you've figured out what the answer to that question is, you're going to pop it into the sentence there, the blue sentence there that says number 1, and this then forms the design task. So you have then got to decorate one of your triangles using that many lines. Okay, so if your answer was 7, you would have to decorate one side of your triangle using 7 lines, and you can put 7 lines wherever you wish. They can overlap, they can crisscross, they can be in a pattern. It's entirely up to you. All right, so each one of the answers forms a design task back on this slide. So number 2, measure the angle of the equilateral triangles you have drawn using a protractor. Now, if you don't have a protractor, it's a semicircular piece of plastic, okay, which you've probably got in a math set, or you may have seen in your classroom. You might even have one at home actually, where you can measure the angle. So your teacher or your parent will help you do that. All right, if you don't have a protractor, you could always cheat and ask Google. Okay, and then so once you've got your answer, which triangular number is nearest to your answer? So again, look at your list of 20, find which number is nearest to your answer, and again, pop it into the gap on this slide. Okay, so the triangular number nearest 60 is the which triangular number? Decorate one of your triangles using that many circles. Okay, so number 3 asks you what the first 3 triangular numbers are. Now that's really easy because they're on that first slide for you. Okay, but you're going to design one side of your triangle using those 3 numbers as big chunky sort of letters, if you like, or chunky like bubble writing type letters, type numbers, and you're going to overlap them and create those somewhere on one side of your triangle. Number 4 asks you to add the 3rd, the 6th and the 10th triangular number together. Okay, so let's go and see where we put that in our answer. Okay, now here on number 4 we need to put our answer in there, so we're looking for a 2-digit number. It's quite a big number. All right, and you're going to decorate one side of your triangle using the first digit of that 2-digit number, so that many squares, measuring whatever the 2nd digit number is. That tells you how big your squares need to be. Okay, a little bit more complicated. Number 5, add together the first 10 triangular numbers, divide by 20. Okay, so number 5, pop your answer in there. That's how many stars you're going to draw on one side of your triangle. Number 6, subtract the 9th triangular number from the 12th and multiply the 2 digits in your answer together. Pretty straightforward. Pop your answer into the number 6 sentence, and that's how many zigzag lines you need to decorate yet another of your 7 triangles on your net. Number 7, which triangular number can you divide by the 5th triangular number to get 7 as your answer? So you need to be good at your times tables here, guys. Okay, that might take you a little bit longer to figure out. Okay, but we are looking for that answer is how many stripes you are then going to decorate your last triangle on your net with. Okay, now the last slide here has got the answers on. Okay, but I'm going to leave that with your teacher or with your parent. You can check those afterwards. I'm not going to pop that up on the presentation at the moment. Okay, but what I am going to show you is the design when it's all done. Okay, which again is on the last slide. There's a picture of it. So once you've got your designs drawn out, okay, you then need to colour it in using only 3 colours. Okay, and you can see my example on the last slide, but I'm not going to pop that up just yet because it has got the answers on. Okay, so you will either have this presentation in front of you with your teacher, so you can go over the answers in school, or if you are working from home on it, okay, then once you've got your answers, you can check your answers yourself, and then you can decorate the 7 sides of your triangular net using your answers, okay, and the sentences as instructions, and colour the whole thing in 3 colours, and then you're going to put it together. So good luck, guys, have fun.